Cancers, welcome to your annual 2025 reading. I'm Natasha and I'm going to be your hostess for this evening. As you know, or if you're new, you're going to find out, I use 15 decks for the annual readings. I pull 2 cards from 12 decks, 2 for each month, and then I choose a clarifier, 2 main themes at the end, right? And then I pull an ultimate outcome for each of the months. So I was drawn to these 12 decks from my 214 decks. And what I say out loud when I'm choosing is Cancer, January 2025. And I repeat that over and over until I'm drawn to a deck. And I trust that I'm being drawn to the deck that's going to give you the answer that you need and the guidance you need for that month. Okay, please like, share, subscribe because it helps boost the channel. It really helps the channel. So if you don't mind, that would be amazing. So I'm going to introduce you to the decks. For January, I was pulled to the Tarot of the Mystical Moments. For February, this would be the Ghost Tarot. For March, I was drawn to the Transformational Tarot. For April, I was drawn to an oracle. I'm not a big fan of oracles. Only people can be oracles. They're kind of fun and an entertaining way to do at the end of a reading, right? For maybe some additional information. Oracle decks are not divinated because only people can be oracles, right? Dark Mirror. For May, it's the Wheel of the Year Tarot, which was the clarifying deck for Virgo this year. And for June, we have the Morgan's Tarot, which is a really weird deck, but still divinational. For July, you have the Fairy Tale Tarot. For August, you have the Bosch Tarot. For September, you have the Elemental Tarot. For October, you have the Old English Tarot. For November, you have the Da Vinci Tarot. And for December, you have the Hobbit Tarot. Now, again, your clarifying deck that I chose or was drawn to is the New Vision Tarot. And then the 2 decks we're going to use for main themes overall at the end of the reading is the Out of Hand Tarot and the Jeopardized Tarot. Usually I use the After Tarot deck in all of the annual readings, going back to 2017, I believe, for an ultimate outcome, right? And I'll do that by quarter. Okay, let us begin. What's coming for Cancer signs in January 2025? What's coming up for Cancer signs in January 2025? What's coming 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 for Cancer signs in January 2025? A color tried to come in and it didn't materialize. I say things, to tell you what I'm seeing, feeling, hearing, okay? So color usually comes in like right in front of my eyes, just depending on what the color is. Like yellow is deception, green is growth or money. I got the sense that it was a red color, but I can't say that for certain because it kind of flashed in and out and it was almost like a prism. So red would signify like family ties, okay? The first card you have is the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Here it is in the upright. See, she has a bunch of pulleys and gears and wheels inside of her. Like she is in control of change. You might not be able to control change in the month of January, but we'll clarify, right? The next card you have is the Emperor. So this can be any situation. Typically, this is my supervisor card at work or whatever, but it's a card that signifies someone who's above you in status and is a father figure. So it's typically a male, okay, in the upright. And it's an older brother, father, grandfather, uncle, calabash uncle, male supervisor, right? But someone who has status over you. That might be the reason why this Wheel of Fortune came in reverse. Now, there's other meanings to the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, such as bad luck and delays, and a delay in a chapter closing, like you can't close out a project or something. That's why we have to clarify, right? Okay. So let's clarify the wheel first. Now, even though the Emperor card is really kind of descriptive of a situation, because court cards are people 8 times out of 10 for me, I do give this a anthro animus, okay? So let's clarify with the new vision. So let's clarify the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse first for Cancers. What's this Wheel of Fortune in reverse mean for Cancers in January 2025? What does this Wheel of Fortune in reverse mean for Cancers in January 2025? What's this Wheel of Fortune in reverse mean for Cancers in January 2025? So I get my messages in many different ways, my intuits. So I'm clairaudient, clairvoyant, clairsentient, and feeling empathic. Sometimes I get words dropped into my head. Sometimes I hear it because it's coming from my spirit guide, right? Across the veil. Sometimes I get pictures drawn on my stomach upside down. Sometimes I see colors, visions, little video vignettes, right? Here you have the Queen of Pentacles in the upright. Now, this is typically of an earth sign, but this can denote in the abstract someone who's generous, someone who sometimes is pregnant, especially if you get the Empress card with this, because she's holding the coin right here over her stomach, right? But this is someone who's generous, giving, loving. But this is the new vision, which is the Rider-Waite from behind. So you can see that her character is etched in stone. She's never changing, right? Now I read for sun signs, okay? So when I'm uploading questions to the cards, what's coming up for Cancers in January 2025, it means I'm kind of uploading the energy of the cards so that it's specific to sun signs, okay? Don't make it work. I'm going to give you storylines, and most of the time they're accurate, I'm told, by my clients who get 12-month readings. And you can get your own 12-month reading. Just email me. Her character is etched in stone, right? Never changing. If she was in the reverse, this is someone who's vain or a gold digger, right? In January, you're coming to the end of a chapter, not a new cycle like a new book. You're on the same journey, just there's a shift, or there's about to be a shift with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So you quite don't have your sea legs, okay? But a earth sign might help you. You might feel like a loss of faith temporarily because of a delay. I'm trying to clarify, what does the Wheel of Fortune mean? Specifically, I had to narrow down what that card means, because it can mean a lot of things. There's a delay in change, or you feel like you're having some bad luck, monetarily or spiritually, okay? But you can see with the New Vision Tarot, there's someone in the church, right? Outside in the Rider-Waite, there's 2 people outside her out in the cold. So you will have everything you need that's your base needs are met, but there's a despondency. But this comes after the Four of Pentacles, where there's an outlay or there's someone hoarding, okay? But I don't think it's hoarding. You have a benefactor, okay? An earth sign will help you out of this bad luck. And then it turns into the sun. Yes, please. The sun will come out. I'm going to put that back in the deck because I want to see if it comes out again. But here you have the emperor, right? And he rules over his own this whole domain, his kingdom, his ahupua'a, right? So let's see. What is this emperor about? Who is it? Please clarify the emperor for Cancer signs in January 2025. Please clarify the emperor in the upright for Cancer signs in January 2025. So my fingers started to tingle, so I knew it was time to finish shuffling and cut the deck. And I don't cut the deck randomly for new people coming here. They kind of light up at the place in the deck where I'm supposed to pull, right? Look at this, Ace of Swords. There's a delay or bad luck, or less than positive luck, or less than good luck. There's a temporary loss of faith, because fives are very temporary. Fives are also tied to conflict and change, okay? There might be a big outlay of money. An earth sign might help you with that, okay? And I don't know, it's because you have to be tied over while you get that first paycheck from a job, or if you're trying to get to an emperor type, because there's a new beginning with the Ace of Swords. Now, this emperor brings you this new beginning, okay? This is the Sword of Victory in the upright, okay? So very temporary, with the bad luck, because you get this Sword of Victory. Someone brings you a new beginning that you really needed, and onto a path that you're really supposed to be on, okay? Whether it's, father, uncle, grandfather, whatever's, right? And then you have the King of Swords in reverse. Now, the King of Swords in reverse is a manipulator. Even though the Emperor is in the upright, this is giving me his character, okay? Here you can barely see his sword. Other people see it, right? See there? But this person offers a new beginning. And it's a path it's an experience that you have to experience. If you choose not to, that's your deal, because it is a general reading for Cancers. If you want your own private 12-month reading just for you, then please email me or get it from somebody else. But there's something manipulative about this new beginning. This person may try hard to convince you of this new beginning, but there's no transformation. I heard same old, same old. So for instance, this is not an intuit or a storyline that I'm getting. I'm just giving you as an example of the energy that I'm feeling because I'm not getting a storyline. So the vibe I'm getting is, even though the Six of Cups aren't here, hi baby, even though the Six of Cups aren't here, and I'm not getting the vibe that this is a person from the past. An example of this energy, please come back to we can't do business without you, because I feel like it's business, but it can be any arena. Okay, you're down on your luck, and Earth sign helps you. There's an emperor type who has higher status that you want to impress, or offers you a new beginning because they have the means to offer you a new beginning. And it's karmic, it's victorious. Okay, it takes you out of the Five of Pentacles ultimately, because you have this Ace of Sword upright and it's a Sword of Victory. Okay, but there's no transformation. Things will be different this time, right? I'm not getting a romantic vibe at all from this, so I don't think it's that arena. And I don't think it's, well, a possibility, because whenever I get the Queen of Pentacles in the upright and the Ace of Sword in the upright, even if the Empress isn't around in the upright, that can mean someone's trying to convince you to get an abortion, because this can mean surgery. So there's 5 areas that people want to get tarot readings for. It's career and finance, it's family, it's romance and love, it's money, right? And then it's health. Those are the 5 things, right? The 5 arenas that people people, shape their existence around every day, right? But something doesn't change, It's not a false new beginning, but it's newness that takes you out of a bad spell, and you may not have any choice but to take this new beginning. Okay? But there's no transformation. It's new because maybe you haven't done it before, but somebody has to convince you that it's the right move or the path that you're supposed to be on. Basically, that's the long-winded version of January. Okay, now February. We have the Ghost Tarot. What's coming for Cancers in February 2025? 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 I feel like you might have to write or type a project that has to do with language, a lot of language, in February. Like it's a responsibility. And you have the 5 of Swords. If there's a battle or a fight, you win over 2 others. See, he's carrying the sword of victory. Okay? And the other people kind of disappear, and you see the rainbow, right? New hope on the horizon because you feel like a winner. And then you have the High Priestess in reverse. Secrets come out. Maybe that's the cause of the battle or fight. I mean, it's like at the end of this argument or fight or whatever, or battle, it could even mean a battle of wits, because swords are mental and intellectual, right? Secrets are revealed, or knowledge is revealed, or you're revealed as the winner over 2 others. But still, change and conflict are afoot because you had the 5 of Pentacles in January. Don't panic. I mean, it's just January. It's just February, okay? But the High Priestess in reverse for me is either Taurus or Pisces, okay? I'm going to pull a 3rd card just for kicks. And you have the King of Cups in reverse. Here it is in the upright. Someone who's a drama, over and emotional. Could this be you because you're a water sign? Yeah, maybe. You might gloat at winning a battle of wits, perhaps. I don't judge. I'm just saying, that's what the cards are kind of telling me. Okay, let's clarify. So I want to know what the 5 of Swords, maybe it will be revealed what kind of battle it is, right? What's the 5 of Swords in the upright mean for Cancers in February 2025? What is the 5 of Swords in the upright mean for Cancer signs in February 2025? What is the 5 of Swords in the upright mean for Cancer signs in February 2025? I heard the Three Musketeers, just that name. Look at that. So we're trying to, I'll show you in a minute. What is this? This is conflict, change, you win. Seems like an easy battle. And you gain stability again. I don't know if, remember I heard Three Musketeers, so I don't know if you're fighting over a position in a ceremony, possibly marriage, okay? Possibly, you win over two others in the purchase or rental of a home, okay? Because this is a real estate card to me as well, okay? But you win, and stability is gained. So you fight to gain stability because you want to change a cycle and you're on the cusp of it. This is like a first or second step, right? So you recover quickly from the Five of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. You regain control within 30 days. So it's very short term, like I said. Now, what kind of information is revealed with the High Priestess in reverse, right? But this is also the unattainable woman because she's a nun, right? This is a woman who's not a whore, okay? In the reverse, maybe fallen, but we'll see. So it could be information or it could be indicative of character, okay? Possibly of a Pisces or a Taurus. Pisces maybe because the Cups is in reverse. So what does the High Priestess in reverse mean for Cancer signs in February 2025? What is the High Priestess in reverse mean for Cancer signs in February 2025? What is the High Priestess in reverse mean for Cancer signs in February 2025? No reunion or no celebration. I don't know if it's due. I mean, remember I heard Three Musketeers, so maybe this fight, you fight two other people who you know quite well, okay? There's no celebration by a Pisces or a Taurus. Maybe they're a drama king or queen, right? But the main meaning of this card is no reunion, okay? High Priestess in reverse, information is revealed. There's no reunion. You're on the cusp of a new cycle and a brand new beginning. And you're happy because a lot of people, or a lot of readers don't, it's really an obscure meaning to this card. One of the meanings is that there's like religious hysteria, okay? You're so enamored by God or the spiritual world that you don't watch where you're going, right? Because he's looking up. And I say that because the High Priestess is in reverse. And the High Priestess is present. So it makes me think of a spiritual new beginning. You win over two others. There's no reunion, possibly by your choice, it seems, because you're elevated. You're high vibing. It's like you've come out of the dark cave and are ready to make a new journey, right? Because you have stability. Now, could you be getting married? I don't think so. I don't think so. Because other cards, the surrounding cards don't support that meaning of the card here. But you win balance and stability and security, and you have a new beginning. You definitely change a cycle, and it's organic change. There's an ending of a cycle and there's a new beginning. It's not like this card came before this card, right? So it's natural. So what's the King of Cups in reverse about? Is this you or somebody else? for Cancer signs in February 2025. It's in reverse for Cancer signs in February 2025. Yeah. If this is you, you're going through a emotional turbulence that possibly causes nightmares. See the dragon? It's like you're trying to protect yourself mentally at night because you have lots of messages coming from a distance. You might meet a fellow water sign that possibly through online dating app, because sometimes this means online dating. That kind of makes you worried. But that doesn't really fit with all the rest of the cards. Cups, whether it's you or somebody else, is in reverse. It's drama, right? But I don't think it's you because you're happy. You're celebrating a win and a change of cycle. Information comes out that frees you like the Fool, right? You're out of the darkness. So this is somebody else. And they're a drama king or queen. They're probably unstable mentally. At least, I mean, they make mountains out of molehills. That's what drama kings and queens do. I don't know if a Sagittarius is involved, but there's messages going in and out, possibly at a distance. But you're protected because you see the angel, right? Okay. Now we'll read for March. Now remember, I'm going to do ultimate outcomes after I read for March. And I'm going to do that for every quarter. $33:33 on the clock. Now when you have 4 3s, because I saw 33:33 on the clock, that means like a time of creativity and tenacity, okay, as a tarot cluster. Okay. Let's pray for Cancer signs in the month of March 2025. Let's pray for Cancer signs in the month of March 2025. Let's pray for Cancer signs in the month of March 2025. I see the card. Oh, and it was upturned already. The Nine of Swords in the reverse. Here it is in the upright. This is the transformational tarot. And here you see a man on a bed, and he's pointing a sword to a blindfolded woman, right? And then there's other woman in the foreground looking over her shoulder. Nine of Swords is worry, insomnia. When it's in the upright. In the reverse, it's someone who's not worrying anymore. So the Nine of Swords, maybe you're worried about a King of Cups, a fellow King of Cups, or Queen of Cups in the reverse in February, and then it's over, right? The next card you have is the Three of Wands, Opportunity. Now in this deck, you see a woman who's reading a book. And remember the 33:33 I saw on the clock, and when you have 4 3s in a tarot cluster, and I believe I'm the only one on YouTube who reads tarot clusters, by the way, means that it's a time of creativity, tenacity, inspiration, right? You see this apple tree in the background. So it's in full bloom with big red apples. So it's like you're full of inspiration and fruitful energy. And you might get an opportunity or look for an opportunity in March. So let's clarify. What is this Three of Wands in the upright for Cancer signs in March 2025? What is this Three of Wands in the upright mean for Cancer signs in March 2025. What's this Three of Wands in the upright mean for Cancer signs? In March 2025, I heard the harvest will come. Will it come through an opportunity? Looking to the far horizon. You're looking to the future. You know, it's not quite Seven of Cups where you're planning for the future, but you're looking to the future, trying to get what's my next step? What's my big dream? You know? But you're not worried. You know, I feel like you have everything you need. So we're trying to find out what the Three of Wands means in this situation. And you have the Hierophant, which is all about corporations, institutions, churches, schools, university. Now this is from behind, right? So you're getting a new perspective. And you can see, even from behind, the Hierophant is looking at you, right? And then you see one patron with a dove and another one with a asp, a type of snake, right? And there's still keys on the stone in the back. So you might learn something in a new and inspired way. An opportunity may come to you with a corporation, a church, a charity, a school that fulfills you in a creative way. It's an opportunity to join an institution. Now here you have the Knight of Swords in reverse. There might be an air sign who's not happy about this. And then you have the Queen of Wands in the upright. This is confidence and beauty. You can see the Queen. It's almost like, and this is like the lady in waiting meeting with the child or taking care of the Queen's child in the back. And they stay close to Queen. You may hitch your wagon to someone who's successful and guiding you. Now, the Queen of Wands in the upright means it's like a good friend or a best friend. It's my best friend card. So whether this is a new person or an existing person, they're your friend. They can be trusted, okay? Now, Three of Wands usually has a vibe of speed for me, okay? So this Knight of Swords, if this is your energy, I don't know why it would be, but just to cover all my bases, if this is your energy, you're not fighting anymore. It's like your life was swords before and now it's wands and sunflowers and, you know, things are good by March. Not that they're bad before. I'm just saying, you know, January may be a little bit rough. But you have a creative outlet, an opportunity to do that, and you're not worried anymore. And you still have people looking out for you. Okay? That's amazing. Okay. Now let's get an ultimate outcome for those first 3 months. By using the After Tarot. And let's recap. In January, there's a temporary loss of faith, but you have a benefactor who helps you, which is probably an earth sign. There's a delay or some little bit of bad luck in a change or a delayed change, but there's a loss of faith, right? With a temporary loss of money. But someone may really try to convince you to go on a certain path, and you do. And remember, I heard same old, same old. Hey, no, baby, Kim. I love you. You're such a good boy. Are you my baby? Meow. You my baby? Meow. Are you my baby? I love you. You're such a good boy. Don't be bad boy. Be good boy. Why don't you go lay down or something? I love you. You good baby. Yeah. So let's go for the ultimate outcome of January. What's the ultimate outcome for Cancers in January 2025? What's the ultimate outcome for Cancer signs in January 2025? What's the ultimate outcome for Cancer signs in January 2025? What's the ultimate outcome for Cancer signs in January 2025? Forgiveness may be blocked, or union may be blocked, but this is a forgiveness card. You may lose at least one friend in January. Maybe that's the reason behind this remorseful despondency of the Five of Pentacles, right? Because see, he's alone. This is the New Vision Tarot. There's two people outside. You have like a theme of a group of three people, right? So I think in February you had the Three Musketeers into it, right? Which implies like closeness or intimacy or camaraderie, okay? February was kind of screwy for me as far as reading. I didn't quite get the Three Musketeers thing. So, but forgiveness is blocked somehow. Maybe somebody is the source of your delayed luck, and you have a benefactor and someone offers you a new beginning. It's almost like you have to start over in identity, right? Because the Ace of Swords is the first house. It's related to the Magician, and it's related to Aries because the first Aries rules the first house of identity, right? Okay. So there's no forgiveness or blocked forgiveness. But again, someone helps you get out of your head, okay? So whoever the earth sign is helps you, okay? Now let's determine the ultimate outcome of the month of February. Now remember, you had the Five of Swords in the upright. You win over two others is the key phrase to that card. And then you have the High Priestess in reverse. Now, winning this battle or intellectual battle or battle of wits or actually, a bidding war even, gains you stability and celebration. I don't think it's marriage, but it could be, I suppose. I'm not just getting that vibe, and the surrounding cards don't support that. But here you have on the cusp of a brand new cycle. And even though there's like a dark night of the soul, it goes away in March because the Nine of Swords turns in reverse. So maybe there's some worry, but the key phrase for the Nine of Swords in the upright is making a mountain out of a molehill or needless worry. Okay? Maybe no reunion, but you have a brand new beginning, like new. And you might have a boost in spirituality or religious thinking, perhaps. And then there's messages going in and out from a distance. Okay, that's February. So let's get the ultimate outcome. Are you a good boy? My baby, yeah. My baby, I love you. You're such a good boy. Are you my baby? Yeah. You're my baby, yeah. I love you. What's the ultimate outcome for Cancers in the month of February 2025? What is the ultimate outcome for Cancers in February 2025? What is the ultimate outcome for Cancers in February 2025? Ace of Cups in reverse. Love is blocked in some way. or yeah, it's a love card. You win over two others. You might be fighting over a person. You win, so who cares? There's no reunion. There's three people again. No reunion. There's a new beginning. I'm telling you, February is kind of screwy for me. You know, there's blocked emotionality. Look, Queen of Wands, a blocked Queen of Wands. You might be blocking a fire sign who you had a loss of love with. It may be that you're fighting over friendships too, but you win. It's like you kind of reject two people anyway. It's like that. That's why it seems screwy to me. Hi, kitty. Are you my little baby? Hello. Hello, my little baby. Are you my baby? You want to come here? Come. Come. Are you my baby? You're my little baby? You're my little baby. Yeah. Little baby. You're my little baby. It's okay. I love you. You're my good boy. You're my good boy. Are you my little baby? Little baby, yeah. Are you a good boy? You better not step on that laptop, babe. Sorry, I had to give my kitty loves because he freaks out. It's you know, he's like 2 years old, so you know, he's like a 2-year-old. Good boy. Don't worry, I'll just edit this part out. Are you a good boy? I love you. You're my big boy. Yes, you are. You're my little baby. I have to get back to work though. There's just only so many hours in a day. So yeah, February is kind of screwy. I wouldn't trust the fire sign, but remember you have a Queen of Wands that turns upright. So could it be the same person? I'm not sure. No. No. You know I don't like that when you push things off tabletops and nightstands, and makes me very unhappy when you do that. You should actually know by now. You shouldn't do that. His mom gets ferocious when she's angry. So what's going to be? You going to move that thing or what? I wouldn't if I were you. I love you.
A few moments later.
So I kind of want to pull another card. And here's the King of Pentacles. Someone's generous with you, you know, and they might be generous to a Taurus as well. You know, it kind of feels like in February, you're being cut out and you're cutting people out and you still win because you have everything you need. There's no reunion, but you feel enlightened anyway. It's kind of weird. February is a weird month. Okay, March. The Knight of Swords turns in reverse. No more worry or dark night of the soul. And then you have the three. But you have opportunity. Join an institution or a corporation or another group. I'm not thrilled about the Knight of Sword in reverse, but there's a Queen, you know, there's more than one fire sign in the world. So you have a Queen of Wands, or the right hand of the Queen of Wands, who is your friend. It seems like people are taking care of you. you're protected in a way, by other people. You have like benefactors, at least in the first quarter, right? So let's do the ultimate outcome for March. What is the ultimate outcome for Cancers in March 2025? What is the ultimate outcome for Cancers in March 2025? What is the ultimate outcome for Cancers in March 2025? I heard marching on. So it feels like you have momentum. Ooh, and you might get some tail as well. This is Capricorn, Leo, and Scorpio to me. It's much better in the upright to have that card. And then you have the King of Wands. Now, you have a Queen of Wands and the King of Wands. So you may be in a relationship in March. And if you're already in a relationship, like you're married or something, perhaps you do get married in February, although it's really screwy month. I'm trying to cover that. But there's a lot of smexy smecks, if you know what I mean. It's yummy. And you're cautiously optimistic. You are blocking any remorsefulness. Again, you have fives. You have like you have Five of Pentacles, Five of Swords, and in the following month you have Five of Cups. So there's this change or energy around you. There's like a flux around you. It's not unpleasant in March. It's not necessarily unstable. You're no longer worried, so that's the important thing. And you're inspired, right? Let's pull another card for kicks. And then you have a blocked sun. Or you're blocking a Gemini. You might try to block, even though you have this air of opportunity around you. Why are the Cancer readings so screwy? I'm just going to go for it. So, sun is all new everything, happiness. But it's the happiest card of the deck because even in the upright and reverse, it's pretty much the same meaning, right? But see how in the upright, these guys are fighting over a flag, okay? You're blocking any conflict, right? Because you can kind of feel that energy like it could pop off at any minute. Not that you're scared, you're not worried, but you're still in a flux of change in the first quarter of the year. Okay, now let's move on to April. Now, April's a little weird because you have the Oracle, the Dark Mirror Oracle that I was drawn to, okay? I don't like to read with oracles, really. I mean, I have them. But mostly I will pull an oracle or I'll choose an oracle like when I'm doing my regular non-annual readings. If I wanted to, okay, what's the kind of energy this person, whoever's getting the reading, needs to hold in order to get what they want? I'll have this as, I'll pull a tarot, but I'll also pull an oracle for added information. Okay? But this is called the Dark Mirror Tarot. And for some reason, I was drawn to it for April. Oh, and by the way, don't really trust a reader who pulls oracles in the beginning to set the tone of the reading with the tarot cards. That's not appropriate. I don't know any legitimate tarot reader who does that. Okay? Oracles, if used, should come at the end. Okay? What's kind of for Cancer signs in April 2025? What's coming up for Cancer signs in April 2025? What's coming up for Cancer signs in April 2025? That was a short shuffle. I see the card. Now, the two cards that I'm pulling are the primary main themes of the month. So that's how you should take it. Bride in a cage is in reverse, thank God. So you might be with someone who offers you a lot of independence. It's kind of a strange way to put it, offers you. I'm assuming that you're a woman, okay? Court, but men are welcome as well. But maybe you're not, if you're a dude, you're not keeping a woman caged up, right? But the number of this card is 21, which is a primary number. It's kind of like nowhere else to go, right? You are a union. And see how you have the crescent moon, right? 21 is also the number of the world card in Tarot. And then you have perchance to dream, but it's in reverse. Here it is in the upright. It looks like somebody's being attacked in their sleep. It looks like a battle. Again, there's like an aversion to, I don't want any more battles kind of energy. Now, the number of this card is 28. And when you break down the 28, it goes into 14, which is the number of the Temperance card or the Kings. But perchance to dream, right? But this is the Dark Mirror Oracle, right? So this almost looks like nightmarish. You're blocking negativity in April. And there's independence and letting people be authentic, right? Okay. Interesting. Please clarify this reading for Cancer signs for April 2025. Please clarify the meaning of this reading for Cancer signs in April 2025. Please clarify the meaning of this reading for Cancer signs in April 2025. I heard dare to dream. Comes in here and comes out here. I don't know what to tell you. And here you have the Empress card in reverse. Whatever creative energy that you're feeling in March seems gone by by April. Okay, maybe because you're tied up in, not tied up, but I mean, I guess you could be tied up if you were into that. So here you have the Empress card in reverse. In the New Vision Tarot, you see someone who's fertile, likes to have babies, right? See the stork or the swan. But you're blocking creativity, or you're blocking a mother figure in April. And here's the stork again, appearing with the King of Pentacles, again in reverse. I don't know if someone's, you or somebody else, if you're in a union, boyfriend, girlfriend, wife, husband, whatever, there may be talk of children in March, and people are like, yeah, maybe we should wait, okay? Maybe the creativity that you feel in March is channeled through the card we don't speak of, through Smexy, right? Smexy Smex. So maybe there's a recovery period in April. But there's authenticity, I feel, and independence. And I feel, in general, really good when I look at this spread. People are doing their own. If you're in a union, you have your life, they have their life, and you have your lives together, right? Because when people get together, you have your energy, they have their energy, and together you make a new energy, right? I just don't think you want to birth more energies. There may be talk of pregnancy. I don't think you lose a pregnancy. Yeah, there's a defensive posture, right? Maybe people have opinions like, oh, when are you going to have kids? You know, that kind of thing. And you're just like, no, right? Okay, that's interesting. So there's a very short distance focus around you, not long term in April. You know, you're kind of just in the now, right? Okay. Now in May, you have the Wheel of the Year Tarot. What's coming up for Cancer signs in May 2025? What's coming up for Cancer signs in May 2025? What's coming up for Cancer signs in May 2025? What's coming up for Cancer signs in May 2025? What's coming up for Cancer signs in May 2025? What's coming up for Cancer signs in May 2025? Queen of Swords in the upright. Now this could be an actual air sign female, or, because this is the Biachi Queen. So the Queen of Cups is the boss, the emotional queen, the drama queen, right? This is the Biachi Queen. The Queen of Pentacles is the fertile or generous queen. And then the Queen of Wands is the beauty queen, right? Not exclusively, but you know what I mean. So here you have the Queen of Swords, icy, cold, rational. Now that could be your energy or it could be someone else. And here you have the Eight of Swords in reverse, thank God. Here in the upright, someone is consumed with their health and well-being, you know, kind of wrapped up their head. Somebody's taking care of them. You have people taking care of you. At any rate, it's in the reverse, so you're not stuck in your head. You're rational, logical. It's none of this screwiness that you had in this first quarter, which was really kind of a strange reading. But this could be 8 times out of 10, the court cards are people to me, but at least you're out of your head. So let's clarify, you know, why the Queen of Swords and the Eight of Swords in reverse. I have to put these away while I'm doing this because otherwise I go crazy. Let's clarify. Let's clarify the Queen of Swords first, right? What does the Queen of Swords mean for Cancers in May 2025? What does the Queen of Swords in the upright mean for Cancer signs in May 2025? Whoever the Queen of Swords is, they have a wake-up call. This is your planning the rest of your life. You're, you know, determining what your goals are. In the reverse, wake-up call. Bam. Perhaps an air sign gives you a wake-up call in May. Perhaps it's about a completion of a project or work that I am compelled to say, entitled to do. It comes in here and comes out. I don't know what to tell you. Again. But this is a burden worth carrying. If in the reverse, it's a slog, right? You don't want to do it. You have to do it. And you're just like, oh, God. In the upright, you're like, okay, I can see my destination in the distance, the light at the end of the tunnel, right? Somebody gives you a wake-up call about a responsibility that you have. But you're not in your head about it. Because it's worthy, right? Worthy to carry. Now, let's see why you're not renting space in your own head. What's the Eight of Swords in reverse mean for Cancer signs in May 2025? What is the meaning of the Eight of Swords in reverse for Cancer signs in May 2025. What is the meaning of the Eight of Swords in reverse for Cancer signs in May 2025? It's possible you could be building a house in May as well. That's one of the storylines or possibilities from that spread. Yeah. Wake up call, realization. You are out of your head. It's like this is the quintessential aha. And the person who gives it to you is the Queen of Swords, an air sign woman. Okay? And it like snaps you out of whatever coma you're in. I'm not saying you're in a coma, but you know what I mean. And then you have the Five of Cups in reverse, and you're still optimistically or cautiously optimistic, right? So big wake-up call about a responsibility or duty that you need to do, but you're okay with it. Okay. Now for the Morgan's Tarot. Very weird hippie deck. I think it was actually made by a San Francisco hippie years ago. It's kind of interesting. It's very non-traditional. But I feel like it's divinely inspired nevertheless. What's coming up for Cancer signs in June 2025? What's coming up for Cancer signs in June 2025? What's coming up for Cancer signs in June 2025? What's coming up for Cancer signs in June 2025? What's coming up for Cancer signs in June 2025? What's coming up for Cancer signs in June 2025? There's a card that turned over. I'm going to take it. Down Home Funk. And it looks like a glamping or camping scene, right? Fun, fun, fun. Music may be important to you in June. What's coming up for Cancer signs in June 2025? What's coming up for Cancer signs in June 2025? What's coming up for Cancer signs in June 2025? Freak. I hate this deck, honestly. That's the title card. Nobody here but us spoke. Since there's two cards that are social oriented and excursion oriented, I don't know if you're just, hi baby. I don't know if you're just letting loose in June and being yourself. But you look very relaxed, so you may take a vacation in June. Are you having fun, kitty? And the title card, by the way, says Union of Opposites, Transmutation. So you may find a tribe in June that really fits you, or it doesn't feel like a reacquaintance. Hi, monkey. Are you my monkey? You gonna stay here with me? Oh, my baby. So usually I would join him right after work at 5. And I go into the bedroom and he lays on my chest. So I didn't do that. Look at that. I didn't do that this time because I was doing this reading. Hi, baby. You okay? My baby? My baby? My baby, you okay? My baby okay? My baby okay? My baby okay? I love you. Oh, you're just gonna lay down with me? Okay. So it seems like you're really relaxed in June. Nobody here but us spoke. Down home funk, another camping scene. Freak! And he's like flipping off the camera. It's so funny. And then you have this title card that usually I throw the title card away. But it's here. Transmutation through a union of opposites. And there's like a Star of David, right? You find a soul tribe. You find a tribe, a group of people that you're really aligned with, it seems. That's the storyline that I'm getting, right? Okay, let's clarify. Please clarify this reading for Cancer signs in June 2025. Please clarify this reading for Cancer signs in June 2025. Please clarify this reading for Cancer signs in June 2025. There's no family reunion, so these people are your friends, not family. Okay? This is like the family reunion card. You may opt to, like, in June, I don't know what's happening in June, whether it's your birthday or what, but you're choosing a group of friends, spending time with a group of friends over your family. And maybe you spent a lot of money on this trip or excursion. And it's real friendly, you know? It's not romantic, okay? And it's not really emotional, so that's why it feels it's just friendly. And people you can be yourself with, it seems. Okay, am I telling you to go on a trip in June? I'm not. I'm just saying there's a lot of friendly energies around you. You're able to be authentic. Maybe you have no concerns about love, right? Because you seem to be in a union already. Kitty, I'm about to take that away from you. Because the people downstairs don't want to hear that noise. Okay, so April. So let's recap because we're going to do the ultimate outcomes. You had the bride in the cage, but not because it's in reverse, right? And then you had the perchance to dream, right? You had it in reverse, but there it is in the upright. I don't know if there's talk of pregnancy or wanting children, and people are like, nope, not ready. Even if you want, I'll fight you for this, you know. You want to be free and independent, right? You want to plan for the future. There's some kind of wake-up call that happens in March that realigns you to perhaps a new path or just a fork in the road where you're just like, okay, I have to do this. I can't do this right now, right? So let's get the ultimate outcome. Hi, monkey. What are you eating? What's the ultimate outcome for Cancer signs in April 2025? What is the ultimate outcome for Cancer signs in April 2025? What is the ultimate outcome for Cancer signs in April 2025? So with the Nine of Cups blocked, gluttony and base needs are ignored. You know, you're very careful about your emotions, about the resources you have, you know, and what you can afford. You might be blocking somebody's wish or someone's doing this to you, especially if it has to do with starting a family, right? don't blame you. I've already been through that. I liked it when it was happening, but I just want to travel from now on. At any rate, Seven of Pentacles. Now, 2 sevens as a tarot cluster mean mutual love or respect, right? You see, the Seven of Pentacles, he's harvesting. He has everything he needs. He's self-sufficient. Maybe not to the point of 9 of Pentacles, but certainly okay. And whoever you're with, whoever you're intimate with in April is like a partner, you know? They feel like a partner through thick and thin. Now, in May, you have the Queen of Swords in the upright. Someone sparks or prompts a realization, an aha, reminds you of your responsibilities, okay? Could you be building a house? Yeah, that too. But you have 2 realization cards, right? With the Hanged Man in reverse. But you're no longer in your head and you're cautiously optimistic. Hi, monkey, the baby. Are you the baby? Yeah. Yeah. What's the ultimate outcome for Cancer signs in May 2025? What's the ultimate outcome for Cancer signs in May 2025? What's the ultimate outcome for Cancer signs in May 2025? Justice. Now, if you didn't get married in February or March, whenever the 4 of Wands appeared, you could be getting married in May, okay? Or you could win a legal case or settlement, especially if you get some pentacle cards. It may cause some worry, okay? Do you have 2 9s? You don't. So you elevate from an 8 of Swords to a 9 of Swords, and then you get to the 10 of Swords and then go back to the Ace of Swords, right? That's the linear evolution on your journey. But there might be some worry, okay? Dark night of the soul stuff having to do with your responsibilities. And then you have the 9 of Wands. Now, 2 9s mean documents, so you could win a legal case, you know, or win a fair contract. But remember, you're cautiously optimistic, the realization about your duties. It may be that a Queen of Swords kind of says, okay, if you do this, then I can give you a contract or something like that if it's like a business thing. It doesn't feel romantic at all, you know? Interesting. And then the opportunity card comes back. So you do have an opportunity with the 3 of Wands in the upright. Your ships come in May, okay? You get a message from the distance, or you send one with the, is it coming in? You're sending off a message maybe of acceptance, okay? Now in June, when we have that weird tarot deck, nobody here but us spoke. Then Down Home Funk. Freak. Such a weird card. And Transmutation, Union of Opposites. You find your soul tribe. And they're friends, not family. And you may forego a family event or reunion to be with your friends. And you're not really worried about harvesting. You might be on the cusp of a brand new beginning with this new tribe, is another possibility. So let's get the ultimate outcome. What's the ultimate outcome for Cancer signs in June 2025? What's the ultimate outcome for Cancer signs in June 2025? What's the ultimate outcome for Cancer signs in June 2025? Three of Pentacles, a promotion, a raise, a small money gain. And whatever project you were tasked with, you can be proud of it because you finished. However, the Magician in reverse, it might be that after this project is finished, right, and you choose this soul tribe, you might be blocking. It's a broadcast card, so you might be keeping it kind of a secret from your family that you found this new group, and maybe it's just very different because of the Freak card. They're just very different tribe. But you're still on the cusp of a brand new beginning because the Ace is related to it's an Ace, is a 1, related to the 1 card of the Magician, right? You're on the cusp of a brand new beginning. And you're not broadcasting it, is what I'm feeling. Now for July, we have the Fairy Tale Tarot. What's coming up for Cancer signs in July 2025? What's coming up for Cancer signs in July 2025? What's coming up for Cancer signs in July 2025? What's coming up for Cancer signs in July 2025? Ooh, I heard one more time. The first card you have, if I can see it, is the card we don't speak of in the upright. This is akin to the number 15 in the tarot deck. It's called Goblin Market. You can see someone looks wealthy and they're in a market, and this person can buy the whole market if they want to. They feel gluttonous to me. And not exactly greedy, but like somebody who just spends money because they have it, right? They'd like to flaunt it. And here you have the Magistrate, which is the Justice card in reverse. Here it is in the upright. It's in reverse. Whatever gains you gained in a legal situation in, I think it was May, in the last 2 months. Whatever gains you made, somebody may come back and sue you again or come back with another legal case, and it's because of greed, right? Or somebody's greedy in a divorce. I'm not saying you're going to get a divorce. I'm just trying to cover all my bases because it's not a private reading. This reading will apply to everybody because you chose to be a Cancer in this lifetime, okay? But the main themes is that you're dealing with someone greedy, and it could be tied to a legal case or settlement. Like you win the case, but they don't pay you because they're greedy. Or you get a divorce and somebody is being greedy. That kind, right? But it's not greed for greed's sake. They just don't want you to have it. It's like they can buy justice, perhaps. Okay? So I'm going to clarify. What a weird reading for Cancers this year. I mean, it seems okay. We're not getting the Tower or the Ten of Swords kind of stuff. So it just seems very kind of wild, like a roller coaster ride thus far. What's this Justice card in the reverse mean for Cancer signs in July 2025? What's this Justice card in reverse mean for Cancer signs in July 2025. What does this Justice card in reverse mean for Cancer signs in July 2025? Oh, I spoke too soon. Ba-boom. Now, I was clarifying the Justice card in reverse. Somebody wants to topple foundations. They're so greedy, they want to take everything, right? Because we're clarifying. It may be sudden and unexpected. It may cause an internal or mental storm, but it rocks your foundations. But still, you're okay. You know, you see it for what it is. It's just somebody greedy. It's so obvious that the magistrate will, you know, probably see through it. So you're not worried. And maybe for you, it's a good thing because maybe this person, say they lost a case against you in the 2 previous months and they come back and file a frivolous lawsuit. You're still golden, you know? It actually brings you to all new everything, perhaps. Now, I don't know if it has to do with a partnership or what. You know, whether business or romantic. But somebody greedy, right? Okay. Now in August, we have the Bosch Tarot. That Danish artist from the Netherlands or Holland. This deck is based off his painting, The Garden of Good and Evil. Actually, I was in Berlin, and this was in maybe 2018, 2019. And I was going to the Netherlands to go to Amsterdam to go to the Bosch Museum where he grew up, which is in the middle of the country. And I didn't know if I was going to be able to, it's such a long trip. I didn't know if I was going to be able to do it. So I was kind of bummed out. And I passed the church in Berlin where, you know, the Episcopal religion was born. And I happened to come upon this warehouse. And I was in an industrial district. And I didn't know, I should turn around because this feels weird. There's a lot of weird places in Berlin. But then I see this Bosch poster. And so I found the way into it. And it was they're so common now, but I'd never heard or seen it before, where you get immersed into paintings, you know, in where everything is a projection. And it was this whole painting over and over again in this very dark room. And they had bean bags set up where you could just lay down. And I had a Led Zeppelin tape that I was listening to on I think it was Dazed and Confused. But I actually got to get it's such a detailed painting. To fly through it is amazing. And I just stayed there for a couple hours. It was amazing. But I'd never seen that immersive presentation before of a painting. Of course, they're very common now. But that was interesting. So I got to see Bosch after all. And probably in a better way than I would have. I don't know why that's important to tell you. You know, the stories that come into my head or the memories that come into my head, I go ahead and speak about them because a lot of the times it has to do with the reading. Somehow, you know, whether it's literal or a metaphor. So I tell you, what is coming up for Cancer signs in August 2025? What's coming up for Cancer signs in August 2025? What's coming for Cancer signs in August 2025? It is the Page of Swords in the upright. Now, wherever you saw the Page of Swords, if we did, those months are connected. You haven't had a lot of repeat cards. But here, this is the portion of the painting where this person is just chopping the air. Like it's useless because there's no trees, right? It's just, it's a depiction of heaven and hell in the same painting, right? It's like a useless, meaningless activity. I don't know if an air sign is doing this. Now, an air sign in the page card is someone your age or younger, so it can be a child. And then you have the Fool. So you've had the Fool at least a couple times, the Sun a couple times. So those are really good energies overall to have for the year, because repeating cards are important, right? But here you see the Fool. Most of the time men lose to these things that start with a D, right? The useless activity, the news that you may get about someone who's made a new beginning that's maybe foolish. Most of the time, foolishness is in the reverse, in the Fool card. But here, he's still not looking where he's going, And it's almost like a false start or false beginning in this card, because he's not looking in front of him, and so he's not looking into the future. He's not looking up, so he's not joined with God, right? He's paying attention to the past and the toxicities of the past. So I don't know if you're encountering somebody in Aries or Aquarius who is, your age or younger, who is troubled or being held back by his past. See, in the Rider-Waite version of the Fool, the dog is trying to alert this person that they're about to walk off a cliff because they're blinded, either by religious hysteria or the sunlight, or just not watching where they're going. But here, this person is almost in a tug of war with this branch, right? And then you have this, I'm going to pull 3. You have the Strength card in reverse. Whatever it is, a useless activity saps your strength or saps the strength of an Aries, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, or younger air sign. Okay, let's clarify. So let's clarify the Page of Swords in the upright. Somebody around you in August may be a little bit mentally ill, perhaps. You might have to care for them, but you don't want to. I don't know, I'm just getting that. I know that's not your nature, I'm just getting that storyline. So if it comes to me, I have to tell you. I'm not saying you're not going to do it, but somehow you have to interact with this person who does things that are not future seeking, but they're not living in the now either. What's this Page of Sword in the upright mean for Cancer signs in August 2025? What is this Page of Sword in the upright mean for Cancer signs in August 2025? Look at that, Page of Swords again. But this one's more focused. So you have the card clarifying the card. But, someone has their back to you. I don't feel like it's your energy. That's so weird. Yeah, Strength card in the upright. You do care for someone. You have 2 Pages of Swords and 2 Strength cards, right? At first, you have a lot of enthusiasm with helping someone, possibly with a mental thing. And then it just saps your strength. And you just they just clingy, hold on to you perhaps, right? And you just want to kind of get away. It makes me think of that scene in the kitchen with Godfather 3. Once I was out, they just pull me back in, right? It's like that tug, that push-pull. You know, at first you're wanting to help, and then after a while, you're like, I can't help this person. You know, it's like that. So let's clarify the Fool. What's this Fool card in the upright mean for Cancer signs in August 2025? What is this Fool card in the upright mean for Cancer signs in August 2025? What is this Fool card in the upright mean for Cancer signs in August 2025? Ten of Swords in reverse. You're either past a betrayal or you avoid a betrayal. The Fool card appearing in front of the, or before the Ten of Swords in reverse, I think you avoid a betrayal. Or you believe in walking away from this person and not helping them after all, after you've done all you can or are capable of in August, that you don't feel guilty. And you're willing to make an ending, like cut them off because it's like too much, because it's just conflict, right? With the Five of Wands. And there's rejection. You're like, nope. And they'll come back. Please, 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 don't leave, don't leave, don't leave. This doesn't feel necessarily romantic. It could be friend, family, whatever. You're like, nope. I think my ride's coming. So that's interesting. Yeah, if somebody doesn't want to be helped, what can you do, you know? Now with September, we have the Elemental Tarot. I got that in a very witchy store in Oakland. And I think I've been in Oakland. I've lived in San Francisco now for, I came here in 2018. No, 19. So almost 6 years. And I've been to Oakland like 3 times. I went once and I was like, oh my God, this is scary. But there's this one shop in Oakland. They don't have a lot of tarot cards, but I had to get something there that only they sold. Now, I'm a Catholic. I don't practice witchy stuff, but I've had to protect myself using witchy stuff, you know, to ward off the witchy stuff, right? That other people send to me. And there was this one ingredient that I needed that only was sold there. And this is the kind of store when you walk in, they have the jars all over the walls with like bat wings and all sorts of shit, you know, and you're just like, wow, you know, ostrich feet, you know, like really scary, spooky stuff. And they also have this certain kind of spell candle that I wanted too. Anyway, I've been to this store twice. And that's where I got this tarot deck. I'd never heard of it. And I went, oh, I'm going to get that. Anyway, there's a reason for the story and the memory that came to mind. What's coming up for Cancers in September 2025? What's coming for Cancers in September 2025? What's coming up for Cancers in September 2025? What's coming for Cancers in September 2025? There's this Ethiopian restaurant next door. And it was the first time I had Ethiopian food, and it was delicious. I'm like, wow, this is so good. Too bad I can't come back and eat some more. Ten of Pentacles in the upright. which is beautiful. This is inheritance. And here it implies like a genetic inheritance, right? Life everlasting, I want to say. So there's legacy, in September, or you're more conscious of it. Could it be a physical inheritance? Sure. Could it be like a big windfall? Sure. But then you have the Page of Swords in reverse. He makes an appearance. I don't know if the Page of Swords, who's mental, offers you money to come back and take care of them. They're in reverse. So it's like liars, stalker, manipulation kind of energy. And then there's an end of cycle. I don't think you do it. If it's offered to you, I don't think you do it. And I think I got that memory because you're trying to figure out some kind of way to break the bond, right? And you come to the end of a cycle. Let's pull another one. And 3 of Wands in reverse. No opportunity. Right? You don't want to be the center of this person's attention. And you're willing to give up the opportunity for money, perhaps, to take care of this person or a child. I think it's like a person 1 or 2 years younger than you is the vibe I'm getting. It's not family, necessarily. I don't feel that. But I suppose it's a possibility. But someone close enough that people will say, well, why aren't you taking care of them? And you're like, well, why don't you? You know what I mean? You know that at some point you choose friends over family, at least temporarily, in the second quarter. And you're kind of getting your spiritual nourishment from this tribe that you have. Okay? Now, if there's like a will reading, because there's a death, because the Ten of Swords did come in reverse in the month before, whatever, you might forego the inheritance or the will reading. It's like, I feel like you're happy, but you're just kind of cutting ties everywhere. I don't know what kind of transits are going through Cancer right now. That I will put it up on the screen if I find any transits. I'll do some research and find out what transits would be affecting you in September. Because it's kind of an interesting response, Because Cancer signs are all about family ties. Not all about, but family is important to them. It's the 4th house of family, home, security. So there must be like drama for you to like want to like detach even temporarily, right? Because I want to say jumping from your foundations, You rejected this person in the previous month. You're like, listen, I don't have the time, or whatever it is that you tell them. And they come back, and you might even turn down money to do that. To like, no, I'm good. Keep your money. You know what I mean? It's like that. Kind of weird. Okay, let's clarify. Not weird that you turn it down. It's just, it's not as normal as my other readings. Like every day. So, I mean, your life isn't boring. That's what I'm saying. I did Virgos earlier, and it seemed like pretty run-of-the-mill year, It's not exciting as yours. So what are we going to clarify? What is the 10 of Pentacles in the upright meaning for Cancer signs in September 2025? What is the 10 of Pentacles in the upright mean for Cancer signs in September 2025? What is the 10 of Pentacles in the upright mean for Cancer signs in September 2025? Three Wands again in reverse. You're not kidding around. You're not. Now I'm clarifying the Ten of Pentacles. You lose an opportunity or choose to not take an opportunity for money or legacy. Okay? So this person, if you're dealing with someone who's mental, it's like over the top, like really draining. Okay? And you're like, nope. You know what I mean? But repeating cards are important. Yeah. You're like, I'm going to go to smoother waters. You might even travel over a body of water. Short term, long term. But that's a relocation card for me, just so you know. Okay. When I moved the clarification deck over, this card was left behind, and it's the Five of Swords. So you win over two people. You win. You know? You remove yourself, it looks like, from the cards and the storylines that I'm getting. You remove yourself from a situation that you don't want to deal with because you have better things to do. You know, there's other people who can take care of this person better than you. It saps your strength. And if you stayed, what good are you if your strength is sapped, right? Now, let's do an ultimate outcome for this third quarter. If someone is greedy, it involves legal matters with the magistrate in reverse. It's sudden, or someone's trying to shake your foundations, but you're not worried. You feel like this person's going to be exposed. So we clarified justice, so I'm going to clarify the ultimate outcome with the number 15 card on top so I can see it. What is the ultimate outcome for Cancer signs in July 2025? What is the ultimate outcome for Cancer signs in July 2025? What is the ultimate outcome for Cancer signs in July 2025? Oh, fingers tingling. You're hopeful. You're cleansing and purifying yourself. And your wish comes true somehow. You may not make any forward-looking plans necessarily, okay, because your planning is blocked. But see the snake around his waist? You'd be dealing with someone greedy, right? And they want to take your happiness away with the Ten of Cups in reverse. They might even want to take your family away, like turn them against you. Or maybe this is your family doing that. But there's no family reunion, irregardless. That seems pretty succinct. Okay, now, August. You have the Page of Swords in the upright. The person doing crazy things. And then you have the Strength card in reverse. And then you got the Fool. Someone holding on to the past or being clingy. And it was clarified by the the Page of Swords in the upright. Like this person's all over the place, perhaps bipolar. It saps your strengths, but at first you take care of them and then you kind of just leave because you're like, nope. And I don't feel guilty either. This is too much like battles and I reject. What's the ultimate outcome for Cancer signs in August 2025? What's the ultimate outcome for Cancer signs in August 2025? What's the ultimate outcome for Cancer signs in August 2025? What is the ultimate outcome for Cancer signs in August 2025? The Fool card. But see, this is the after tarot. So the after tarot is based on, or has a theme of, the Rider-Waite, but like a minute later, right? You can see this person didn't listen. They fell off the cliff, or about to fall off the cliff, right? Because they're foolish. They're holding on to the past, and they're doing stuff that's kind of meaningless in the context of what is happening. The person who's trying to chop down trees where there's no trees, right? There's stumps. And then this person just kind of, living a very risky existence and not being careful and not really in control of himself or their surroundings, right? If it's a he. Could be a she, I'm just saying. Yeah, and they're deceptive. They're sneaky. But they always set up a trap for themselves, I mean, I hate to say it, but they're like the quintessential loser. Like, no matter what opportunities this person is given, because they're kind of cuckoo, nothing turns out right for them. And it's like they're like doomed. But only doomed because they choose to live this existence and not get help. And they expect everybody to help them. You have benefactors in the first quarter because people can see your value, right? So in September, 10 of Pentacles in the upright, legacy, family, someone offering money. You turn down the opportunity, you close the cycle or on the cusp of, right? The lost opportunity becomes the opportunity to relocate or leave your worries behind, your troubled waters, right? What's the ultimate outcome for Cancer signs in September 2025? What's the ultimate outcome for Cancer signs in September 2025? What's the ultimate outcome for Cancer signs in September 2025? I heard the phrase, I hear screaming. And it feels like like you're telling somebody this, or someone's telling this, like someone's going, I hear screaming. Like something odd. You're balancing your money, but this is also a relocation card in this deck. You might be going on a trip because you need a break. Victory is blocked, or homecoming is blocked. This is a homecoming. This is after the battle. Somebody comes home and to victory, but it's blocked. But that's okay. I don't think you want victory in that particular situation. This just seems like people are trying to control your life, and you just have you're just like self-loving yourself this year. You'll help people because you want to pay it forward. But you only have, what your limitations are in 2025. And, Cancers are very generous, loving people, but they tend to be yes people, okay? Like yes men. They want to make everybody happy around them so that they're happy. And I think you figure out this year you can't do it that way. It has to start from within and go out, right? You take care of yourself first, and then you take care of other people, right? You might take a really big break, because you can, in September. And you'll feel balanced. And you'll be financially balanced as well. But this is like slow. I'm not going to rush this process of letting go of whatever it is. It feels like a Page of Swords, right? Someone who's troubled, that you can't really won't. In other words, this is the type of person where you can sit down, you can give them money, give them an apartment, and they'll just screw it up, right? Somehow, right? Because they're cuckoo. Okay. Now on to October. So we have the Old English Tarot. What's coming up for Cancer signs in October 2025? What's coming up for Cancer signs in October 2025? What's coming up for Cancer signs in October 2025? What's coming up for Cancer signs in October 2025? What's coming up for Cancer signs in October 2025? So remember when the Ace of Cups came up in reverse? Well, it turns up in October, upright. And look at this abundance, creativity, emotional fulfillment, right? Possibly an offer of love, a big offer that brings you to all new everything. You have the World card like 3 times, I believe, during this reading. You know, whether upside down or upright, you know, you are making big changes this year. You're changing, you know? And the only reason you would do that is because if you didn't see your value before and you're always people pleasing, you're going within. You're making yourself happy first. You're trying to make big changes. There's all this flux in your life and unstableness in January. By the time October comes around, you're like, cool. This is amazing, right? Let's clarify. That's outstanding. What's this Ace of Cups in the upright mean for Cancer signs in October 2025? What's this Ace of Cups in the upright mean for Cancer signs in October 2025? What's this Ace of Cups in the upright mean for Cancer signs in October 2025? Ooh, short shuffles. I'd like to shuffle at least 8 times in between, because that's what in between each pull, because that's what card counters, you know, gamblers say. That's when a deck is fully shuffled, right? Look at this. We're clarifying the Ace of Cups. I don't know if you're into Sagittarius or what, but balance, spiritual abundance at the very least. At the most, you have this abundant offer of love, possibly from a Sagittarius, sun, moon, or rising. But it's smexy with the card we don't speak of in reverse. This person, they might express love through sex, or they, it's almost like, because you have the angel and the devil, I don't like to say that word, but you have one on each shoulder, right? And there's an offer. I don't know if this person is into like unconventional smacks. They might be a Scorpio, because the card we don't speak of is Scorpio, Capricorn, and Leo for me. After 35 years, that's what that card is for me. It's different with other people. But it is the significator for Capricorn. Okay? But here you have the Judgment card in reverse. Here it is in the upright. Okay? Now, when you have the No Second Chance card and the One Night Stand card, you know, you might fall in love. It's like that song, you know, Fooled Around and Fell in Love. You might think there's 2 scenarios. So you or somebody else, you get together, and you know you become a union through sex. You share energies, in other words. And one of you falls in love, and the other one, I mean, you both think it's casual, but one of you or both of you fall in love. You fooled around and fell in love. But it really is a one-night stand because you have the no second chance card along with the card we don't speak of. But you're still ending a cycle, so maybe it's the last hurrah, you know? Now, if you're married, like if you got married earlier in the year, there might be unconventional sex, but you'll love it. And there's patience and protection, or you need to use protection. At any rate, this is a happy card too. The Ace of Cups and the World card together is amazing. It's like Alpha and Omega. Everything is full circle, right? So let's clarify this reading. Or did I clarify? I did clarify. Let's clarify the World. What's this World card in the upright mean for Cancer signs in October 2025? What's this World card in the upright mean for Cancer signs in October 2025? What does this World card in the upright mean for Cancer signs in October 2025? So you may have an obstacle with saving money, okay, because you have the Four of Pentacles, but it's still the end of a cycle. Yeah. So wish doesn't come true, or you're not guarding your emotions. Maybe there's an outlay with this change of cycle, because usually when there's a change of cycle, there's like changes in more than two arenas in your life. So an example I always give is the Wheel card and the World card. The Wheel is a change of a chapter in the same book, or the end of a chapter in the same book. The World card is a brand new book, okay? And typically it comes with all new everything. So you get a new job, so you move to a different place to be closer to that job. So you have more than multiple, and then you get a new social group because you're not going to go back to the old place. You know what I mean? So it's like all new everything. And the change of a cycle signifies, and you'll be doing it at least 3 times during the year. So you have a lot of years of positive, it seems, changes. Okay? Especially in yourself, you know, and how you view yourself and how you view yourself in relation to others, right? It seems to me, which is amazing. I like that a lot. But a wish doesn't come true in regards to how a cycle ends or begins in the last quarter. But it seems okay. You know, you're not guarding your emotions. You're saving money. It's like you have a goal in mind, but there's one obstacle you have to overcome. That's signified by the mountain here, right? And you may not be sharing this, or you not be sharing money because you have to save, right? You're gearing up for a big change. Okay. Did I do an ultimate outcome for... I didn't. So I need to do an ultimate outcome for September. Okay, let's do an ultimate outcome for September, and then we'll move on further into November and December. What's the ultimate outcome? Now remember, in September, fooled around and fell in love, or it's a one-night stand and you fell in love and there's no second chance, but you're protected. There might be a Sagittarius, Capricorn, Leo, or Scorpio involved. There's no resurrection. What's the ultimate outcome for Cancer signs in September 2025? What is the ultimate outcome for Cancer signs in September 2025. What's the ultimate outcome for Cancer signs in September 2025? And of course, I appreciate anybody who timestamps for me. And there's always a really beautiful group of people who do that. So I appreciate you because I don't really have time to do it. Okay? There's no escape. I think you or somebody else, you smexy with someone, right? And one of you falls in love. I can't tell who, you know? The fact that I get this Page of Cups, you're trying to block an escape of some kind. So it might be you who's falling in love. And then that person leaves, right? And you're kind of left looking at your emotions. But between September and October, you come to terms with it because you evolve from an 8 to a 9, okay? And there's a change of cycle. Now remember, change of cycle always comes around, you can always tell definitively when you've changed cycles, because you'll have all new everything, right? Like a drastic change in, what you do for a living combined with a change in partnership and or job or whatever it is. It's like totally different. So that's when you know that, I've paid off a karmic debt or I taught someone a karmic lesson. And that's why the World card appears and why I've changed the cycle and why I have all this now, right? Okay. So let's move on to, did we clarify that? We did. Now let's read for November, the Da Vinci deck. I don't like miniature decks. I mean, they're great to travel with. Like I'll be taking like 3 or 4 miniature decks with me up to Seattle when I go. But they're hard to read because I need my glasses and a magnifying glass and all that. What is coming up for Cancers in November 2025? What is coming for Cancer signs in November 2025? What's coming for Cancer signs in November 2025? You have the Five of Cups in reverse. So you've had this 3 times. You are cautiously optimistic about your future. The next card you have is the Queen of Swords. Serious, rational, logical. You're guarding yourself, though. I feel like that's your energy. Let's pull another card because they're so tiny. And then the Nine of Wands in reverse. Here it is in the upright. You get information that you can use that you've been waiting for. There's an information drop that's beneficial to you, like the other shoe drops, so you've been waiting on this information. You're cautiously optimistic and you're logical about your response to it. So let's clarify. So no need to do the cautiously optimistic card. So let's see what kind of information drop you had or will have in November. Please clarify the Nine of Wands in reverse for Cancer signs in November 2025. What is the meaning of the Nine of Wands in reverse for Cancer signs in November 2025? What is the Nine of Wands in reverse meaning for Cancer signs in November 2025? The Knight of Cups in reverse. You find out no new lover is on the way, or a water sign is looking away from you, has their back to you. But you're cautiously optimistic and you're logical about your response, and you feel victory. I don't know if this is tied to a Scorpio and the one night stand deal in October or what, but you are victorious. There's an information drop and you're like, maybe you dodge a bullet of some kind. And you're hopeful about an offer of money from the future. In the future. Okay, that's interesting. Now December, it's the Hobbit. The Hobbit Tarot. What's coming up for Cancer signs in December 2025? What's coming up for Cancer signs in December 2025? What's coming up for Cancer signs in December 2025? The Eight of Wands in reverse. So if this has to do with career, we have to clarify. So don't panic. But if this, whenever I get the Eight of Wands in reverse, it makes me think, it means like a layoff or firing if it's a business question that somebody asks. Here you have this eagle and this wolf kind of fighting, right? They're communicating, across a distance in two different modes. One is landlocked and one travels through the air. But in reverse, it could be online dating that goes awry. But then you have the King of Wands, so maybe not. We will have to clarify. There's something about the mysticism of nature and how things roll. You've had like a roller coaster kind of year. It's not unbalanced, It's just exciting and not ordinary. That's what I mean by, I don't mean like up and down like that. I don't mean that. I mean just like the ride, right? The journey. And you have this King of Wands with this eagle, right? Eagle is strength, freedom, independence, pride, right? You may fight with a fire sign. But King of Wands is also can symbolize a contract in the abstract, not necessarily a person. Okay? So maybe a contract for work is ending. Okay? Yeah. And that's my relocation card. You come out of it. But the Fool is always optimistic. You come out of the darkness of a cave like you had an aha moment. It makes me think of Plato's cave, where you saw one thing in the cave and that was your existence, and then you come out and you're just like, oh my God, is this like real life? Because I thought that was real. It's like that. But you awakened and you go on the journey, right? You've had the Fool card multiple times as well. So you have a lot of changes this year, Cancers, and I think it's amazing. You have a really exciting year. And I know how Cancers are tied to the fourth house and how you like stability. And I come from a family of Cancers. They're all Cancers, okay? There's one Scorpio, but still a water sign, right? But, he lives in Sweden. So my brother, one of my brothers. Anyway, but they're all Cancer signs and they're all kind of move as a unit because they're water signs. And I'm like the earth sign that's kind of the outlier, right? So, it took me a long time to understand Cancers, even though I was around them all the time. Like literally everybody in my family, father, mother, almost all my brothers were Cancer signs, I think my grandmother was a Cancer sign. And then my two of my stepfathers were Cancer signs. It was weird, you know? Anyway, so this may feel, knowing that how you like your routines. My brother, for instance, my kid brother in California, he has a routine for anything, and anything that's out of routine makes him feel really unstable. Like he has a system, not a process, a system for managing his life, you know, and it's that routine from the time he wakes up. He does this, he does this, he does this. On Mondays, he cleans his bathroom. You know, it's like that, right? And just every day is the same. And the only excitement he has is that he really loves is that football, where you can't even predict stuff. You know, so his life is balanced, right? And he keeps it balanced through routine. This may make you feel unbalanced if you're a true Cancer, you know, and don't have like a weird, if you have like a weird Aquarius moon or rising, then this may feel, you know, really exciting and lofty, I want to say. You have an interesting reading. I thought it was going to be weird, but it's actually interesting. You go, Cancers. But the thing I'm most happy about is this whole self-love thing that's very apparent in your reading. Let's clarify. So I think there's a layoff or firing. I think it's a layoff. Let's just say it's a layoff. It's more positive, like not your fault. But there's hopefulness. This is always hopeful. Like, oh, I just wasn't, you're philosophical. Maybe I just wasn't meant to be there. That kind of thing, right? But it looks like you're going to have a whole new set of friends. So I'm interested to see where Pluto is, which house Pluto is in for Cancers. Please clarify the Eight of Wands in reverse for Cancer signs in December 2025. Please clarify the meaning of the Eight of Wands in reverse for Cancer signs in the month of December 2025. Two and a half hours. Yeah. A new beginning that you don't really care for. But you go from a 0 to a 1, okay? You can't quite manifest the next new action or new beginning. You just know you're making it. And secrets come out, or I want to say troubles are over. Maybe you didn't like this place. But there's partnership issues with the Two of Wands in reverse. This feels like a contract of some kind. And it seems like business, career, job, whatever's, right? And it's a surprise, I feel. But you're in a fool's energy. You just simply, okay, well, I'm walking away, right? So let's clarify or get the ultimate outcome for the last quarter beginning with October. Remember you had, let's see, the Ace of Cups in the upright, and you had the World card, changing of cycles. There was like a one-night stand kind of energy, fooled around and fell in love, but you're protected, at least spiritually, even though there's not a second chance. It's not what you wished. Maybe it's an obstacle, or you're just kind of putting it behind you and go, okay, well, that's what happened. And you know, keep your pentacles to yourself. You're kind of miserly with your feelings, even though pentacles aren't feelings. Sometimes the pentacles in the Four of Pentacles is looked as someone shielding their heart, okay? But there's this obstacle that you're focused on, or mountain that you have to climb to go to the next goal or step in life, right? I feel like I should wash these again. So what is the ultimate outcome for you in October 2025? What is the ultimate outcome for Cancers in October 2025? What is the ultimate outcome for Cancers in October 2025? What is the ultimate outcome for Cancers in October 2025? I thought of Dublin and then I thought of Berlin for some reason. Like the city. Like it went Dublin, Berlin in my head. So I don't know if you're traveling or saving to travel. Again, just full of new beginnings and full of victories, really. You might get information about a new beginning that will help you overcome that mountain. The King of Cups, who was in the reverse before, if it was not you, he's draining his emotions or you're draining your emotions. You just like let go, right? You go, well, okay, that Ace of Cup wasn't for me, even though I fooled around and fell in love. I got to drain this out because I got to keep going, right? But there's love. I think you fall in love with somebody. For reals. Like you really, you join with them energetically, if you know what I mean. And it's such a temptation, you know? I don't know if they're married, maybe. And that's why it can't happen, you know? But this person knocks your socks off and you're just like, wow, this person's great. And then you're just like, wow, he's not calling me back or she's not calling me back or whatever it is. It just seems like not to be. And you got to self-love. You got to look at yourself in the mirror and go, I'm worthy. I'm beautiful. I have everything I need, right? Awesome. Now, in November, we had the Da Vinci deck. And you got the Queen of Swords in the upright. The Nine of Wands in the reverse. Information drops that you need. You're not putting up your defenses or putting up boundaries. You let the information come to you. And you're cautiously optimistic with the Five of Cups in reverse. Now, it was clarified by no new lover on the way, possibly the person from October. But you still feel victorious, right? And you feel generous and are looking to the future, like here, like you were in October, right? I think it's beautiful. It seems like you have very healthy emotional responses to change, delays, surprises, you know? This is actually a pretty good reading for you guys. I like it a lot. It's not an ordinary year. This is definitely a year of change for you. Because look at how many times the fives came up, right? What's the ultimate outcome for Cancer signs in November 2025? What's the ultimate outcome for Cancer signs in November 2025? What's the ultimate outcome for Cancer signs in November 2025? What's the ultimate outcome for Cancer signs in November 2025? My throat suddenly got sore or scratchy, and that usually means an argument, like a yelling argument. I don't know how that fits into the victory and cautious optimism. The Knight of Cup is in reverse, and maybe that's it. There is transformation. You win a battle, just as depicted here. I don't know if somebody tries to rile you up and you're like, F you. Yeah, look at all the aces you have. You're like, well, I'm hot for you, but, you know, I'm good. I'll just carry on, right? There's a revelation of some sort that you don't need anybody. That you don't need anybody. Okay, let's get the ultimate outcome for December. Eight of Wands in reverse, not a happy card. You know, that's usually a layoff or firing for me. But the King of Wands is in the upright. Then you have the Fool's energy. You're good. Ace of Wands is turned in the reverse. You know, so maybe you have to take a step back or half step back for a new beginning. Secrets come out. And there's partnership issues which was the source of this, right? So maybe because you got in an argument with someone in November, it just doesn't turn out for you in December, you know what I mean? Maybe you're yelling at a boss or a coworker or something, or a client. What's the ultimate outcome for Cancers in December 2025? What's the ultimate outcome for Cancer signs in December 2025? What is the ultimate outcome for Cancer signs in December 2025? Strength card in reverse. Now, you're blocked in strength, or you're blocking a Leo, or you're blocking taking care of a Leo. And maybe that's the source. The ultimate outcome. Yeah, you walk away, but you're not happy. And I think this air energy is you. Like, you'll cut a bitch. And there's a block to Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, I think you lose something and you lose a position. Possibly in December. What a time to get laid off or fired, right? Or there's no family reunion. I don't think it's a reunion card. You might begin something before you end something. But there's still charity. You're weighing the pros and cons. Somebody's charitable. You have benefactors, people protecting you who love you. And a Capricorn might help you find answers or do research for you. And the Eight of Wands turns upright. You may fire back at whoever did the Eight of Wands in reverse to you. And it's big time fiery Sagittarian kind of energy, right? And then you reach stability. This is a lot of cards. So for me, if you're new to the channel, people who are VIPs and longtime friends of the channel know that this is a lot of cards. So a lot of cards being pulled for me is like a passage of time. So, I mean, this could go into 2026, like the early part. Okay? But it ends up in stability anyway, so who cares? But it is a surprise because you have 2 8s. Now, 2 8s is a terror cluster, mean surprise developments. Okay? So if I were you, of course, look at other readers such as Nigel St. James and Pam Georgel and Santoro are the only ones I really trust on that I've seen, and I've watched hundreds of readers. For one reason or another, they get kind of canceled out by me because they're flipping the cards wrong, and they still read reversals. And another thing that I see is they use those word cards. They're not really tarot. They're like cards with words on them. Either they write it out or they get ones with words on them. They're not reading tarot. They're reading words. So that's not good to watch people like that. And, a lot of you, a lot of my subscribers, I have a lot of people who get personal readings from me, but a lot of you don't. Okay? And I'm just hoping you're getting private readings by someone competent, because there's a lot of shams out there and people who don't know what they're doing. Okay? Like in any industry. Okay? Just be careful. If you go to reader and they have all the cards laid out with the exception of Pam Georgel, I wouldn't trust that reading. because you're not watching them shuffle. And people who lay out the oracle cards to set the tone of the reading, they do it first. Shouldn't trust that reading. That's weird. What else? Yeah, and people who say they speak to angels or they speak to your angels. Yeah, I don't know anybody like that. I don't doubt that there are people out there who actually speak to angels, but, we would know about those people because, somehow word would come out and then we would just all be like trying to see that person. Okay? If you're speaking to a divine being, what are you doing on YouTube? You know what I mean? That doesn't even make any sense. Anyway, you got to be careful out there. If you want a personal reading from me, you can email me. I do the 12-month readings. It can range anywhere from, I still got to pull cards for you, so don't go away yet. But you can email me, and those readings, I don't time them, so they can range anywhere from 2 hours to 5 hours. Just depends, right? But I leave it up for a whole year until, next December, 31st, 2025. So you have a whole year to check my accuracy, to watch it an unlimited amount of times. Okay? So get a hold of me if you want your own personal 12-month reading just like this. Maybe it won't have all the clicks, bangs, and whistles with the imagery and the words and the effects, but you'll still get the reading, right? Okay, so let's pull some cards for the overall. So you have the ultimate outcomes, but then we pretty much already know you're going to have lots of AC new beginnings and full-like new beginnings. You have secrets come out. You overcome stuff. You self-love like an MF, right? I think it's a beautiful year for you, for reals. So we're going to pull overalls from both the Out of Hand deck and the Jeopardy's Tarot. I'm going to pull one or two cards from each of these decks to give you overall themes. And I wouldn't be surprised if aces came out, I wouldn't be surprised if aces came out, full cards, any repeat cards that you've had, right? Because this is the overall theme. What is the overall themes for Cancer signs in the year 2025? What is the overall theme for Cancer signs in 2025? What are the overall themes for Cancer signs in 2025? Five of Pentacles. Yeah, you got a lot of fives too. A lot of change. Overall theme, you'll be watching your money, perhaps even budgeting money, right? You're being very careful with your resources. And there's somebody who will come to you with an offer of love. And they're probably a water sign, possibly a Scorpio, but can be any water sign, right? And they'll want to take care of you like this person is taking care of this animal, checking their heart rate, right? Okay. Now let's check the Jeopardized Tarot, or Jeopardized Tarot. What a lousy name that is. What's the overall themes? What other overall themes will Cancer signs have in 2025? What other overall themes will Cancer signs have in the year 2025? What are the other overall themes for Cancer signs? In the year 2025? Two of Wands, which is the Two of Swords in reverse. You might have a hard time making decisions, you know? Here you have like a gold body and a snake body, and it has one head with wings. I don't know, it's weird. But this is, in the upright, this is a person who has a decision to make and can make it. In reverse, it's tough. So you might have a hard time making decisions this year. And a fire sign, male, might be important, either platonic or romantic. Someone who keeps their promises, is your age or older. And it also signifies contracts. And then you have the Six of Pentacles, balance, receiving charity, being able to weigh the pros and cons. Even though decisions might be hard to make, it may be that you're overanalyzing the pros and cons of things. But you still have charity. And secrets come out. See the eyeball? Pop! Okay? And you might also be charitable. But I think you're receiving more charity than you're giving. Nothing wrong with that. I mean, you gotta have your year. Anyway, thank you for joining me for this reading. Anyway, I hope you have a beautiful 2025. It looks like you are. And I thank you for taking the time to watch this. All right? I appreciate you. I try to do this every year. Please visit Nigel St. James, his YouTube channel, because he's the GOAT. He and I agreed to promote each other, and he did on his channel. And he's a very lovely man, but I respect a lot. And I've been doing this for 35 years, but it seems like he's been doing it just as long. And he has like a really interesting way of reading, and he really dives deep into the symbolism of cards, which I always learn something when I look at his channel, you know, and watch him read. So please visit his channel. Please subscribe to his channel. So last year, I unexpectedly did not do annuals, and I agreed to promote his channel during my annuals. I didn't get to do it last year because I had something come up. It was quite traumatic. But I want to be sure to keep my promise this year for him. So anyway, please visit his channel. He's the GOAT. Okay, thanks. Bye-bye.